Hi, I'm Bill Winterberg of FPPad. I'm here at the T3 conference in Dallas, Texas, and here with me today is John Prendergast. John, thank you for being here with me today.
My pleasure, Bill.
John, you are co-founder of Blueleaf, and for advisors that don't know about Blueleaf, what is it and what do you do?
Well, we like to describe it as dead simple client reporting and portfolio monitoring. On the one hand, you could think of it like a Mint for advisors. If Mint was collaborative and allowed for data sharing and did some portfolio monitoring. On the advisor side, though, a lot of that portfolio monitoring is where we get into sort of workflow, automation, alerts, things that really simplify the advisor's day-to-day business.
So when you say dead simple, what kind of opportunities are you trying to build into Blueleaf to really make that portfolio management aspect simple for advisors?
Great. Well, one thing, so you used a loaded term there, portfolio management, and we're not a portfolio management system. We're the Uncola of portfolio management in some sense. We are about client reporting. So I think the distinction is portfolio accounting systems are going to do lots of detailed reports about each individual holding and give you hyper detailed performance reporting. What we're delivering is much, much, much simpler than that. A client starts out by wanting to know, where is all my money across everything that I own? And we enable an advisor to deliver that. And then from a performance standpoint, we do, again, something simpler. It's how has this account performed? How have all my accounts performed together? And we can group and mix and match the different accounts into groups according to goal or account type. And again, give a really simple snapshot of performance. We do the same for asset allocation, transaction data, but it's all around this simplified view. The trade-off is, of course, you don't get the hyper-detailed reports because it's designed to be delivered to clients, right? Human readable.
So when you talk about clients in the delivery, isn't there a consumer aspect behind Blueleaf, but then also an advisor aspect? How do the two overlap? What are you learning from what consumers seek to what advisors are prepared to deliver to their end clients?
Sure, it's a great question. So we often get asked about, why did it look like you guys were doing consumer business when it's clear you're an advisor product? Part of it is that was our roots. We started experimenting in the consumer market first. And part of it is we continued to attract consumers actually as a test bed to understand what it was that clients would want. If you're an advisor, I'm not sure you'd be excited about me experimenting on your clients, saying, hey, what about this format or what about that format? You'd be concerned that it would be confusing to your clients. This way, we get to go and experiment, and rather than build toward an opinion, which we can't validate, we say, okay, all these consumers that look exactly like your clients, we'll experiment, we'll figure out new formats, new ways of delivering information, and we'll test how it performs. And then we can choose to roll it out to clients once we're sure.
So the testing and experimentation, what are some of the takeaways that you're learning through that discovery process, and how do you think it's improving your platform and the reports and images and data that you're able to deliver through it?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of things that we've learned that are counterintuitive, and a lot is about things that you don't need. Things that we've been told, oh, you have to have X, and when we didn't, it didn't matter to the clients. Now, in some cases, advisors, want certain things for their own purposes, and of course, we'll do that. A good example of this is something we do called a weekly report. So we send a weekly email to clients. Most advisors, when they first hear it, have the little flinch that you just had. They're very concerned. Will that make my client short-term focused? Well, the testing we did made us very confident that it wouldn't. In fact, quite the reverse has been true. By giving very simplified data, now this isn't performance reporting, this is I had how much money at the beginning of the week and how much money at the end of the week and how did it change. But by giving that simple data, what we've been able to do is get clients to have an anchor so that when they hear CNBC or when they hear Jim Cramer honking his horn, they've got something, a reference point. They can say, oh, well, that doesn't matter to me because this, I know what I have. And then they go on about their day. turns out that burying your head in the sand is not a good strategy, and that asking a client not to pay attention to the large pink furry elephant in the room tends to get them thinking about that very big pink furry elephant. And this is a simple way to do that without burying them with concerning information. It's just a touch point. And we found that clients, on average, open this email, well over half of them every week, but almost 90% of them will open it at least once a quarter. And because it's weekly, they can open it as often or as infrequently as they like. So it really allows them to sort of pay attention to it when they care to.
I like hearing the benefit to end clients and not trying to take that bury your head in the sand approach. From the advisor's perspective, where are you seeing the biggest traction and the adoption of some of the new things you're able to deliver through Blueleaf?
Well, I'd love to say it was these fantastic alerts that we do, and we've got a lot of advisors that love them and have started to run their business by setting alerts that say monitor a 401k plan that's held away, and actually monitor not only transactions but asset allocation in that 401k plan. So you can start to get that to work in concert with what you're managing custodially. But the thing we hear most about is our interface. We hear, gosh, it's so simple, it just works, it's beautiful. Clients really love it because it's so clear and clean and obvious. So in some sense, design has been the most interesting thing that we hear about sort of week in and week out.
So speaking of design, how do advisors incorporate this into their daily routine? Is it something they open in the morning? Is it online all day and they're checking it periodically? How are they leveraging it in their traditional practice?
It varies pretty widely by the advisor's practice. There's a group of advisors that live in it every day. And for them, because the client data is so easy to access, a client will call, they'll pull up their name on Blueleaf and they'll get their quick snapshot of what's going on with their accounts so that they can be ready to deal with any question the client might have and actually seem prepared in that split second, even if they haven't talked to the client quickly. And so in that sense, it's taking the place of some of the things that people have tried to do with CRM by stuffing the asset data into the CRM system. For other advisors, they use it more sporadically. They'll use it to set these kinds of alerts up, and they'll use it to monitor asset allocation and set up models for monitoring. And then when they get an alert, they'll get an alert, and then they'll jump into the system. And then a lot of the guys that are on the platform now are using it in interesting ways that we didn't necessarily anticipate or expect. So one of my favorite advisors on the platform is a guy by the name of Jason Wenk, and he's a TD Ameritrade advisor. And he started to do client reviews via WebEx on Blueleaf. So it's literally the virtual client report that you'd share over the desktop, but this time it's your computer desktop. And that's been a wonderful use, and we've seen other folks use it to give out to folks in 401k plans that they've sold, so that it allows the 401k participant to pull all their information together, but also have a tether back to the advisor, and it starts to generate leads for the advisor from a wealth management business practice.
So for advisors who might now be interested in Blueleaf, what kind of cost can they expect? What's your pricing for the platform?
Pricing, it's an interesting topic in this industry. So first, our pricing is right on the web. You can go online, there's a big button that says pricing, click it and it will tell you. But essentially, it's a per client or per household pricing model. And for less than 100 clients, you could expect to spend less than $350 a month. For more than that, we charge per client per month for each new additional client. It might be anywhere from $350 to $2 per client per month, depending on how many clients you're on the platform. And it's a firm-based pricing. It's not per advisor. The firm pays.
Okay.
So the whole firm benefits from scale, of course.
Good. And are there some incentives built into that pricing as well? There's some options that advisors can select or deselect to accommodate their pricing?
Yeah, we've done something unique there. So a lot of firms give you a price break if you refer business to them. We've actually flipped that around, and we've said, well, we're going to give you the ability to grant a discount to one of your colleagues. You can hand it out and in return, you'll also get that same discount. So that's one of the incentives we have. Another incentive is there's a 10% discount for putting the Blueleaf badge and link on your website to say that you're a Blueleaf advisor. And finally, there's a discount if you pay annually. One of the unique things about Blueleaf is there's no annual or multi-year contracts to sign. You can sign up, get your clients on, and you can leave anytime you are unhappy. But we want to give you a break. If you'd like to pay in advance, that helps us, and we'll help you by providing a discount.
Oh, great. So where can advisors learn more about Blueleaf?
Well, the best place to learn is on our website, blueleaf.com. You'll land there, and it tells the story from a client perspective, and there's a simple For Advisors button, and it will take you through the whole platform. And there's videos available that you can get a full video demo at your leisure, and you can even click through and start a trial without ever speaking to us. We're friendly people, though, so please come speak to us.
Well, that's great, though. I appreciate you bringing me up to speed on what you've been able to do with Blueleaf, some of that testing and evaluation that you're doing to build out a platform that I think you feel, and it sounds like you're really passionate about changing the way that information is delivered both to advisors and clients.
Absolutely. Our mission at the end of the day is to make great financial advice available to everyone. And that's a lot broader than advisory software. Yeah. And it's important, and we want to do that in a very different way than folks like Personal Capital and other people who are trying to compete with advisors. We think advisors add a tremendous amount of value, but they've got difficulty scaling their business. So our job is to make advisory businesses vastly more scalable so that they can serve more clients better.
Excellent. Well, John, thank you for taking the time to just keep me up to date on what Blueleaf is doing, and I appreciate you sharing your story with me.
Sure, it was fantastic, and always love to talk to you.
All right, great. Thank you.
Sure.